Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to another video. You're probably confused. I've uploaded 3 videos today, and the reason for that is basically from my Discord, I've got this thing set up where the most active user, the person who talks the most and interacts with other people, gets to suggest a video, and it's going to reset every week. So every week someone gets to suggest a video, and it's going to come up the day after they get it. And it's not going to be like a waiting list, etc. Because I think that's a really cool way to sort of reward, but like give people like a benefit of like talking and interacting, etc. And yeah, this video was suggested by someone called Look at Curry Man. If you're from the Discord, you know who this guy is. Legend, bro, absolute legend. But yo, if you wanna be the first place next week, it's been reset today, so you've got a whole week to try and catch up. But the video that we're reacting to today is 19 days without basketball. Things are getting desperate. And yo, this is a video from Jimmy Horola, so I know I'm gonna love it. And it's 21 days old, so it's pretty new. 3 weeks actually. But yo, let's get into this and see why. I mean, I guess this is going to be like less to do with the NBA and just like general things, his own opinions. But again, this was a suggestion, and I'm just excited to get into it. Hopefully, Look at Curry Man doesn't let us down. But let's just see what this is about. Just to be like memes, yeah. Why is it a pogo stick? Oh no! What? He just missed all of that. What is going on, mate? I am so confused right now. Quarantine, bro. What is this video? I am so confused. Oh no. Oh no. So that's 40 days about basketball.
This was posted on House of Highlights. Dude just gave himself CTE. LeBron has been reduced to making TikToks, and Stephen Curry appears to be at his wit's end. This is the current state of sports. What seemed to be a relatively harmless virus just a couple months ago has taken the world hostage and turned the NBA
it's crazy
upside down.
Not just the NBA now, the sporting world or just the world in general. It's crazy how, again, like he said, a few weeks ago, before this video was made, it was just a meme on Twitter, not on Twitter or like on the internet. You just thought, oh, that's gonna blow over, and that was affecting us. Like, man, this stuff's real.
1996, Space Jam foretold of these events when the NBA commissioner shut down the league due to a mysterious illness that crippled the NBA and sent players home with little to no certainty of their future.
I'd love to see Space Jam actually.
Coincidence or crazy accurate prediction?
Michael Jordan, Illuminati, bro.
I mean, I have yet to see Looney Tunes play basketball, 15-foot tall space monsters, and Michael Jordan dunk from half court with the help of his 10-foot long arm. And yet, 19 days ago,
what is that
this
film?
Work of fiction took one step closer to reality. Well, not this part. This part. On March 11th, the league officially suspended the remainder of the NBA season due to a respiratory illness that I can't say out loud on YouTube, called this. Better known as this.
Right?
And in the last few weeks, what seemed to be a mild outbreak of a relatively harmless illness has grown to unprecedented proportions. On March 9th, the first case of Rona hit the NBA when Rudy Gobert tested positive for the virus.
I still remember that was a crazy
turn of
story.
events that had the league in a state of shock. A healthy young man in prime physical condition contracting an extremely contagious virus that could cripple the entire league. Well, I mean, as long as he takes the necessary precautions and doesn't spread the virus any further.
Didn't happen.
That's a joke.
He didn't know, to be fair.
Sure. Here
I can't believe it all came from that.
Every media microphone as he left.
Oh no.
Well, come on. It's not the man's fault. In a time of high tension and worry, he's just having a little bit of fun. It's not like any of his teammates are actually going to get Rona too. Huh.
Damn.
Welp. We're all doomed.
My God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
It's crazy how it escalated like that, though. It is crazy, though. Oh no.
Okay,
oh, no.
Maybe that was an overreaction. Or maybe not. Because on March 11th, the league announced that it would be suspending the season for at least 30 days,
It's longer now,
at
isn't
which
it?
time the league will reassess the situation and take further action. I have never seen anything like this. In
crazy.
fact, I spoke to my
Wild.
81-year-old grandfather last week, and he said in all of his years, he had never seen anything.
It's a once in a
like this.
lifetime thing, man.
We are in unventured territory. Although, we have seen events that have led to an incomplete NBA season. For example, the 2011 NBA lockout forced the season from 82 games to just 66.
The lockout. Wait, what's the reasoning for that? What happened in the lockout?
Even worse was the 1998-99 NBA
Oh, that's
season
happened a
where
few
a
times,
lockout
to be fair.
led to a regular season with just 50 games. But of course, these occurrences were very different in nature
Wait.
than the widespread...
Wait, NBA lockout. I know this is what people may not really be intrigued with. But oh my god, NBA lockout. NBA owners receiving changes to the salary cap system. Oh wow. Jeez. So it's like sort of like a strike in a sense, like striking against certain things. Okay.
suspension
That's intriguing
we
to
are
learn.
seeing unfold today. With the current suspension of the NBA, there will be a minimum of 259 postponed or canceled
And it's
NBA
gonna be
games.
more.
Leading up to this epidemic, excluding weather-related incidents in the entire history of the NBA, there have only been 19 canceled or postponed games.
Oh my days.
We are
that
witnessing
really puts
history,
it into context.
for better or for worse. As of
For
right now,
worse.
there are 12 NBA players that tested positive for Rona.
I didn't even realise Kevin Durant got it. I'm guessing after like Gobert and Mitchell like sort of got it, like I'm guessing after that people just sort of expected other players to get it because of like that's just how viruses work. So that the initial news of like news breaking of someone getting it was the break that the news break, but then other players getting it wasn't as big. But
Now,
I
this
didn't
may not
realise
seem
all
like
these...
much, but consider the fact that 9 of the 12 players tested positive after the NBA season was suspended.
Wow.
This is not a matter of how many players currently have the virus, but how many players
Get it.
have it and
Don't know.
haven't even been tested yet. Which, in my opinion, completely validates the NBA's decision to put a halt to the season until we get the situation under control. A decision that will cost the league well over $500 million. And that number is based purely off of ticket sales. That does
like
not include
TV.
merchandise, food or concessions at games, or TV deals with
Oh
major
my-
and local networks.
The
But the loss
billion.
the NBA is facing this season doesn't even begin to scratch the surface
And it's
of what
longer
is
than
to
that as
come for the
well.
league. In a statement released last week, NBA Commissioner Adam Silver stated that the league will be pushing to restart the season where it left off, finishing the remaining 259 games sometime in June and pushing the NBA Finals all the way back to July
Wow.
or August. Which sounds simple enough, but consider the larger effects this will have on
the
the
next
league.
seasons will
The
be, like,
NBA
affected
draft
by it,
will be
right?
pushed back to August. NBA arenas host many events during the summer. Where will these acts perform if the NBA now needs these arenas in the summer?
Well, I think we don't know. Those acts wouldn't be performing. I don't think concerts are going to be allowed. And I feel like the NBA games will all be behind closed doors, as for any other sports, which is sad because fans are what make the sports. But just to like putting that like away, like putting that to the side, just to have sports back would just be incredible. Even if it's behind closed doors, it will make you appreciate and like love seeing it so much more, man. I need that. I need
A
that.
finals
I
in
need
July
that.
or August also means that the NBA is considering starting the 2020-2021 season on Christmas Day,
Oh!
nearly 2 months after its usual start date.
Mad.
And those are games that will not be made up. The NBA is also considering resuming the season straight into the playoffs, which makes all of those load management games look all the more useless. And believe it or not, these are conservative estimates to the fallout regarding this situation. The NBA has set a deadline of August 1st to resume the season, meaning they have until August 1st just to make a decision as to how they want to proceed. So in honor of a great season that we may not see the conclusion of, here are some NBA records that were set to be broken this year. Some of these marks would just need to be maintained for the rest of the season to break the previous record.
God, that's
and
gonna
some
be-
have the potential
as
to
a
break
player,
the
it must be
previous record
infuriating to
if
not be
the
able to break
season
it.
continues for 82 games. Now, whether the NBA
Or
will
a team
recognize
that's
these
in the
records
same
considering
sense.
the circumstances, well, who knows? But leading us off is James Harden with 2 potential records this season,
Oh, wow.
with both free throws made and 3-point attempts in a single season. At the pace he's going, he may or may not break these records, but in an 82-game season, it would be extremely close for both records. Mitchell Robinson, of all players, is set to break 2 NBA records this season. Highest field goal percentage for a season and highest true shooting percentage for a season.
Yo, he was clinical then.
One of Wilt Chamberlain's 3,000 NBA records.
Clinical
Another player who was set to break one of Wilt's records is Giannis Antetokounmpo, who was on pace to break the NBA record for highest PER in a single season with 31.85.
Wow,
possibly the most impressive record that was projected to be broken this season. Of course, there's Vince Carter, who was set to break the record for most seasons played in a career with 22.
It will still count as a season,
Dirk
right?
Nowitzki's record of 21 just last season. And how can we talk about this season without mentioning the outburst of offense on a level that we have never seen before?
Vince Carter,
this season, there are 6 players who are currently averaging over 28 points per game, tying the NBA record. Now, that may not sound crazy.
That is mental.
Until you consider the fact that in 5 seasons between 2010 and 2015, just 5 players averaged 28 points per game or more.
That is insane. I love when he puts things into context like that so much.
The NBA season has featured some of the greatest performances in NBA history. With nearly a quarter of the season remaining, the NBA has had 41 games that featured a 45-point performance from a single player. That means, on average, every other day of the season saw a 45-plus point performance. At this pace, a full NBA season this year would have had about 55 such games. From 2009 to 2014.
Look how much it's upped. What is this, like... Why is things like it was kind of like leveled out. Some seasons it was more, some seasons it was less, and then suddenly there's just been a big boom. What is the reasons for like these sort of statistics going up? Because what I'm getting from this is like the scores in NBA games are slowly like rising. Like they're getting the average of the points being scored is getting higher. Is it just the level of players getting better? Is it to do with their play? So I was like, what is the reasoning behind that sort of thing happening?
The NBA
it's really intriguing seeing it like that.
Of these games,
mate.
This season so far has been pretty remarkable. But what some may not know is that with 259 games left in the season, this season the NBA has produced 9 of the top 100 games in the modern NBA.
Oh my days.
The previous record for top 100 games in a season was 7. If the season continued through 82 games, it is on pace to have 12 of the top 100 games ever played in the modern NBA. To put this season into perspective, the average NBA season features just 2 or 3 games of this caliber. In regards to NBA awards,
was this just a standout season? Was this season just mental, like in a sense of like records being broken?
If the season does not resume, the regular season awards should look like this.
Okay, I'm actually interested in this.
Giannis with the MVP, Ja Morant with Rookie of the Year. The 6-man award would presumably go to Lou Williams, which would be his 4th time winning the award, the most in NBA history. The most improved player award would more than likely fall in the hands of Brandon Ingram, and it's well deserved. Defensive player of the year could go to Giannis or Rudy Gobert, but it'll more than likely be Anthony Davis.
As well,
and Nick Nurse will win Coach of the Year. Oh, and I almost forgot, Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell with the Deadliest Duo Award.
Oh no. Oh no. That is the context. No.
So let's say the regular season did end on March 11th and the NBA was forced to jump straight into the playoffs. Well, in that case, the first round would look like this. The Spurs' 22-year playoff streak would come to an end, and the Warriors would go from 5 straight finals to far and away the worst team in the entire league in just
That's crazy.
one
That can
season.
change.
When the NBA will return, well, we'll just have to wait and see. But this situation will, without a doubt, have a ripple effect throughout the entire league and our society as a whole for years to come. How the NBA will rebound from this has yet to be determined, but until then, looks like it's old highlights, marble races,
that's so fun to watch.
Ball yeeted at his head, and shenanigans like this. Hang in there, boys. And as always,
we need it back, bro. We need it back. I mean, at least we're still blessed with these kinds of videos, man. Because this is what's keeping people sane, man. Seeing highlights, seeing like contextualized videos that are just sort of directed on a certain thing. And for example, this one is 19 days about basketball, and it's just I like it. I like how he does his videos, man. It's really interesting, and he's got how is he uploading, and what sort of stuff is he uploading? Because surely he's struggling with what he can do right now because there's not basketball going on. But at the same time, he does usually do like old school, but he does like videos from the past, etc. But hopefully, these content creators are doing well as well, man. Because I mean, again, they're going to be struggling with the more recent clips not being able to be posted because there's nothing going on in the basketball world. Who remembers when he had the trap sex before quarantine? Jimmy, coronavirus has ruined basketball YouTube demonetized. Wait, it's only been 19 days. It feels like 2 months. And now it's been 40 days. Mate, it's crazy. It's crazy how time just flies like that. Crazy. The day Jimmy discovers chart, everything changed. For real, man. He is like a statistical mastermind, man. The way he sort of adds it to his videos, I love it. I really, really enjoy the stats that he shows in his videos. Jimmy in 2019, here's a graph about the NBA rookie seasons. Here's a graph about for God's sake. But yo, appreciate this look at Kai, man. This was a very good video, to be fair. And yo, if you want to see, if you want a video suggested and you want the best opportunity, just join my Discord. I say just join my Discord. Join my Discord if you're interested. But also, if you're active, you have a better chance of seeing a video reacted to if you've suggested and I've not seen it or I've not got to it yet. Because it's just a better way for me to instantly watch the video. But hopefully you guys enjoyed. I've posted 3 videos today. I'm assuming I'm going to post this today. I may post it tomorrow depending on the times because I'm recording very, very, very late. But hopefully you guys enjoyed. Until next time, like, subscribe. Peace.